everyone, Kayla here, and welcome back to another Detangle and Talk. This topic is one that has been requested by you all, and so I'm kind of interested in, getting into this one. So the topic at hand is things, natural hair rules that I don't follow or natural hair rules that I break. And pretty much every single natural hair channel has this video. And I was like, oh, I surely have done this video before. So I go and search. I did unpopular opinions on natural hair, but I did not do natural hair rules that I break. And I think the main reason why I probably have not done this video before is because I feel like my entire channel is natural hair rules that I don't follow or natural hair rules that I break. So that, I think that's why I've never done the video before. But then you have to realize that on YouTube, in the YouTube game, not everybody watches every single one of your videos. Like for many people who are coming across me, this is probably like the first video of mine that they've watched, or they've only watched like a couple of videos, and so they probably don't know that I am a constant rule breaker. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the first natural hair rule that I don't follow. And that is that I don't do any type of anything to my hair before I shampoo it. It is very common for most naturals to do pre-poos, to do some sort of like dry or damp or product covered detangling session before they wash their hair. I do not do any of that. I literally, step one in my regimen is shampooing my hair. That is step one. Now, I used to do these things. I used to do the pre-poo. I used to detangle my hair before I washed it, and I found that those things really didn't add to the convenience. In fact, I felt that detangling the way that I used to before my hair, I felt like it took longer, and I felt like more hair came out in the end, which I will show you how much hair I lose now, because someone did ask. He was like, when you do these detangling talks, can you show like how much hair is coming out? And I'll try to remember to do that. So, yeah, I've never really done any type of, well, not done, but I just haven't in the last couple of years done any type of pre, because I just don't see where it helps me with my regimen, so I don't do it. The second thing that I don't follow for my natural hair is I am very, very, very aggressive with the shampoo. Many naturals are finally seeing the light and coming back to using shampoo, which is awesome, but people are still funny around shampoo. I find that people, either they're trying to pre-poo to prevent something from the shampoo stripping their hair, they are trying to use diluted shampoo, or using very gentle shampoos, or not shampooing their hair as much, not doing a lot of lathers. All these things that people are doing to kind of like downplay the shampoo even though they are using it. I gotta turn my head for a second, it's a little easier. Okay. So the thing that I do is that I actually lather my hair quite aggressively. I lather my hair as many times as it takes for it to explode into a bunch of lather. And when it explodes into a bunch of lather, then I know that my hair is done, it's clean, because dirty hair doesn't really lather as much. So a good example of this is the Adwoa Beauty shampoo, which I actually used the last of the Adwoa Beauty shampoo today. Not both of them, just one of them, because y'all know I bought two jars of it. No, 2 bottles of it, girl. And I actually, like, whenever I shampoo my hair with Adwoa Beauty, because it is a shampoo that has oils and all this kind of stuff in it, which that's intended to cut the cleansing of it to make it a more moisturizing shampoo. So if I'm wearing something like Wetline or something on my hair from the previous week, I have to lather like 3 times with Adwoa Beauty, and I will aggressively do that. I don't worry about it. Clarify my hair once a month. If I use a more cleansing shampoo, I probably will only hit about 2 lathers, but I am very aggressive when it comes to my shampooing. Another natural hair rule that I do not follow is that I do not deep condition my hair with every wash. I don't, because 9 times out of 10 my hair does not need a deep conditioning. I like, even right now while I'm detangling my hair, I'm feeling for trying to see if it needs to be deep conditioned, and right now I can feel this hair does not need to be deep conditioned, so I'm not going to deep condition it. But I do use deep conditioner on my hair to detangle it. So I am using the same deep conditioner from my last video, the Glide and Go Deep Ayurvedic Fenugreek deep conditioner. I can't think of the name right now off the top of my head, but that's what's in my hair. This is, I do film my videos when they're convenient to me, so that video is literally like a month old from when you're seeing it. So this is use number 4 of that conditioner, and I have one more use to go, in case you were wondering, an update on how many uses I'm getting out of that conditioner. So I am not going to actually put a cap on and deep condition with this. I typically deep condition for videos, because like if I'm using a deep conditioner, y'all want to know how it feels when I rinse it out and when I do whatever I have to do with it. So I'll deep condition just for the video. But like, do I legitimately deep condition my hair when the camera's not rolling? Typically, no. Now I will if my hair is incredibly dry or it feels like it's breaking or anything like that, then I will go in and I will deep condition. But on average, no, I don't deep condition my hair. Okay, so the next natural hair rule that I break is that I pretty much never wear protective styles. I don't wear them. And that, because I really feel like they're not protecting anything. I even the term protective style, I just don't like, because it makes us feel like, makes me feel like our hair is this thing that has to be protected or it just won't grow at all. And I just, right? I've grown most of the hair that I have grown over the course of my regimen with my hair out. So I've been natural maybe 10 years. This isn't 10 years worth of hair, but I have been natural like 10 years. In the beginning, I was a twist out queen. I only really pretty much wore twist outs. And then after that, I brought the braid out and Bantu knot out back, and I primarily wore that. Then I started trying to wear wash and goes. And yeah, I pretty much wear wash and goes most of the time. And I just wear my hair out, and my hair is growing just fine. There's really not an issue there with that. If you see me in a bun or any type of other hairstyle, chances are my wash and go just didn't come out well for that week, and I am disguising it with another hairstyle. So like, I know some of you guys really like that twisted updo in what was that video, y'all? I don't even know what video, but I'm wearing a white sweater with black outlines on it, and I'm wearing an updo, and someone was like, oh, I really like that hairstyle, blah blah blah. Y'all, that was an old wash and go. I didn't like the wash and go that my hair was in, so I put the melanin hair care leave-in on it and twisted it up, and then wove the twist into a random hairstyle. Like, because that's probably the only time you'll catch me in the protective hairstyles. In reality though, I don't wear protective hairstyles. I don't see them as necessary. I feel like you can grow your hair without doing a protective hairstyle. Another natural hair rule that I break is I use copious amounts of hair gel on my hair without fear. I feel that a lot of naturals are afraid of gel. Either it's the crunch, or they're like, oh my God, you're using too much product or whatever. No, honey, I apply enough product to get done what I need to get done. And I only do my hair once a week, so I don't want any mishaps there. So that's another thing that I break, copious amounts of hair gel. Another natural hair rule that I don't follow is just, this list is just getting so long. But another natural hair rule that I don't follow is that I only do my hair once a week. I do not do any midweek moisture or anything like that. People do tend to like at least put some sort of product on their hair throughout the week, or at least refresh it in the middle of the week. And I used to do this when I was braid out queen. My braid outs usually lasted 3 to 4 days. And so around day 4 or something like that, I would add more product to my hair kind of to wet it, add a little bit more styler, and then re-braid or re-knot my hair to get the style to last until wash day. Since I stopped doing that, I started doing wash and goes. I don't do any midweek moisture because I feel like it messes with the gel cast, and it'll make your hair not last as long. Sorry. Now for some people, they do get an awesome wash and go that lasts all week, even with pre-week moisture, but for me, no. I know my hair, and I know that that's not going to work, so I don't do any kind of moisture treatments on my hair at all. And probably one of the more controversial natural hair rules that I break, which I saw somebody upload a video on this recently, and you know I watched, but I don't use oil in my hair. And I tend not to mention the no oil thing in a lot of my videos because the hate that comes in, y'all. I first made a video a couple of years ago about the fact that I don't use oil in my hair. And I had not been using oil for quite some time at this point, but I was experimenting with a product, and so my hair didn't look the best, which I now know better. I tend to make sure my hair looks really good when I film videos, but my hair didn't look the best. And people went in on me. Oh, your hair looks dry. Your hair looks brittle. I don't like this look. This person commented like 3 times talking about how she didn't like the way my hair looked. And they were like, I'm sorry, but hair needs oil. Your hair will become brittle and break off. People were speaking breakage all over my hair, y'all. Speaking breakage over my hair. And it's kind of funny because it's years later and I still have hair. You know what I'm saying? I just found that oils are not bad for the hair. Whenever you say you don't use something, people think that you think that it's a bad thing. No, it's not that I think oils are bad. I think they have their place, they have their job, and I feel like a lot of people are trying to use them for something that's not their job, you know? And because I found also that they're really, I didn't need the oil. Like, I could see if I was experiencing like dryness and then I applied oil and then my hair retained moisture more, then I'd be like, okay, but that hasn't been my experience with oil. I'm able to retain a decent amount of moisture. Y'all just heard me say I don't re-moisturize my hair in the middle of the week. I've been able to get decent curl definition and everything without the use of oil. So just for me, it's not that I think oil is bad. I just feel like for me in my regimen, it's unnecessary. I don't need it. It didn't really have a major benefit for me. And so that's why I don't use it. And I have not used raw oils on my hair in years. If you're new to my channel, I do use when there's oil formulated into the product, because this Soultanicals deep conditioner that I'm using, there's oil formulated in the product. The Adwoa Beauty shampoo, there's oil formulated into the product to cut the cleansing, to make it a more gentle shampoo. So there are oils in my products, and I usually tend to pick products that have the oils a little further down, or if the oils are higher up on the ingredients list, they're kind of like a weak oil, something that isn't really going to coat my hair. And other than that though, I don't moisturize and seal, I don't do LCO, LLC, I don't do none of that. And it's not hurting my hair. So, you know, these people speaking breakage, doom, and gloom on my hair, well, clearly they were wrong. They're not psychics. Turn in their Psychic Network membership. They're not Miss Cleo. Or maybe they are Miss Cleo, because she was just an actress anyway, and she got in trouble, so I don't know. But anyway, so I believe those are all the natural hair rules that I break. I can't think of any others. People who really, really watch my channel will probably know more things that I don't do that are normal in the natural hair community, but I can't think of them at this moment. But yeah, so I've managed to detangle the entire back of my head, and I probably won't make this video much longer because I really didn't have that much to say. But of course, like I said, someone was interested in how much hair I lose, and this is the back of my head has the most hair. It has the most hair. So I feel like I can show you how much hair I've lost at this point. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm trying to collect it off the brush. Alright, so this is how much hair that I've lost. Let's get the comparison here. It's not a lot of hair. I do want to make some notes though on why that it's such a small amount of hair. First of all, I just had my hair in a stretched hairstyle, and so my hair was more able to dispel in order to, you know, and able to get rid of some shed hairs. When I was shampooing, a decent amount of hair came out. Typically, I don't have a lot of hair come out when I shampoo, but because my hair was in a stretched hairstyle all week long, the hair was able to just slide out when I was shampooing because it was waiting to come out. So there's automatically going to be less hair when I'm actually sitting here doing a formal detangling of my hair. Also, you have to note that with the amount of shed hair, my hair is on the longer side. Like when I pull my hair down here, it's out of frame. You know, it's definitely past boob length or whatever. So I have longer hair, and the thing that these long hair people ain't telling nobody, and I'm mad at y'all because y'all keeping secrets, is that the longer your hair gets, the longer your shed hair gets. So I have long shed hairs that come out. They wrap all around my arm, they slide down my leg. Y'all, it's just a mess with the long shed hairs. And so it makes my little ball of shed hair bigger. Makes me have more shed hair in the ball in the end, because just because my hair is longer. Just because my hair is longer. So, and also people shed 100 to 150 hairs per day or so. And y'all heard me say that I don't do any type of manipulation to my hair throughout the week. Like I literally style these wash and goes and wear them. That's it, the entire week. So as you can imagine, a lot of shed hair builds up in my hair. And so when I do go to wash and detangle and all this kind of stuff, all of it comes out at one time. So I end up with quite a lot of shed hair. And I just want to, I guess, emphasize this because I feel that people have unrealistic, see, I done got on a soapbox. But it's a detangle and talk. So let me be on the soapbox. I feel that a lot of people have unrealistic views about shed hair. They think that they shouldn't be losing hardly any, and that if they are losing hair, then there's something wrong with them. I see this in my students because whenever someone's trying to comb their hair in my classroom, I always jokingly say, don't you leave your shed hairs in my classroom. They're like, my hair's not coming out. I say, yes it is, honey, 150, 100 hairs a day. And you combing it and you taking them right on out. I said, if you're alive, your hair's doing what it's supposed to be shedding. Well, my hair doesn't shed. Are you dead? Like, you know, and I'll do like that. Even though the real reason I don't want them to come and brush your hair is because my mom is from the Gulf of Alabama, and you comb your hair and somebody that don't like you get a hold of your hair, they can do what they want with it, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to Google the one barber that was collecting hair from his customers and taking them down to the basement. You can't even trust the folks that's doing your hair. But anyway, so, you know, and I know not a lot of YouTubers stop and hold up the amount of hair they lose because that's kind of not interesting, especially if you're someone who's been on your natural hair journey a while. I told you guys earlier, I've been on my natural journey 10 years. I've been natural, let's see, since, okay, maybe not 10 years. I've been natural since the end of 2011. So what's it like? Actually, more so like 8 years and some months. I've been natural long enough that shed hair is uninteresting to me. Shed hair is not concerning to me, and I feel that a lot of your faves on YouTube are probably at that stage as well. And so people don't really show their shed hair as much on YouTube as it is, you know? And so then you're not really knowing how much hair your fave is losing. And also, like I said, the long-haired people keeping secrets. You don't realize that that chick that has the butt-length hair that you love so much on YouTube, she probably has a really big ball of shed hair that she is losing on wash day just for the fact that her hair is longer. So the shed hairs are longer. So I feel like shed hair, like we talk about shed hair on YouTube, but we don't really talk about shed hair on YouTube and all the factors that can make you have a larger ball of shed hair when it comes down to washing your hair. I mean, in summary, those things are frequency of washing your hair. If you wash your hair less frequently, your shed hairs are, the shed hair ball is going to be bigger. You know, as I've already said, if you have long hair, your shed hair is going to be bigger. You're going to have more shed hair. Depending on the types of hairstyles that you wear, your shed hair ball could be bigger. Because when I wear stretched hairstyles, the shed hair comes out in other stages of my regimen. And so when I detangle, like I'm doing right now, not as much hair comes out. And then also the amount of manipulation that you do on your hair throughout the week can affect how much shed hair that you have. Because if you're not manipulating your hair at all, you just literally are styling it, like maybe you're putting it in a bun. What is this? Something is snagging here and I don't know what it is. Let me see, maybe I can get it at an angle. So perhaps you're styling your hair, you know, at the beginning of the week, and then you're not touching it at all the shed hairs are sitting there waiting for you, and they're gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that showing my ball of shed hair is helpful, but I feel like it's kind of not, because there are so many factors that go into why my shed hair is the size that it is. Anyway, y'all, I probably need to turn this into another video because no one's searching for this. People came here for natural hair rules that I don't follow. So I might have to turn that separate part into another video, like a formal actual video that people are actually searching for, because Google is king. Google is king. I guess since I finished detangling on camera, I might as well go ahead then and show the second ball of shed hair from the front of my hair. Let me get through this, which will be pretty quick because of the stretched manner in which I was wearing my hair this week. Hair is clipped up and ready to go for my wash and go, because I don't do the front of my hair first, so I just clip it out of the way. And we are going to collect the shed hairs from the front of my head. There's less hair in the front, like always, because there's just less hair there. Alright, so this is how much hair I lost in the front, next to how much hair I lost in the back. Like I said, there's more hair in the back of my head, so period, there's going to be more shed hair. So together, this is my shed hair for this detangling session. And yes, some hair did come out when I was washing as well, because you know that's going to happen. And then of course when I break my hair into the tiny sections that I do my wash and go in, there's going to be more hair there too, so that hopefully I get all the shed hairs out for the week. Because if you don't get all the shed hairs out, and I've experienced this, you get these little shed hair lock things that suddenly drop out when they get finally manipulated enough, or they get too heavy and they just fall out, and it's a big like round shed looking, it looks like a lock. I used to get those all the time before I started brushing my hair again. And so yeah, I'm really meticulous about getting all the shed hair out because I don't want that to happen again. So yeah, that's my shed hair, and I will look forward to talking to you guys in the next video.